The fourth and final day of the Players Era Championship, with two teams looking to gain momentum heading into conference play. It's the UNLV Runnin Rebels versus the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Happy Thanksgiving, folks. Welcome inside Michelob Ultra Arena. Wyatt, Touchet, and Whittaker, Lummus. Both teams have struggled to find a win in this tournament. And let's take a look at the UNLV side first and how we got here. The two games that they lost during this tournament, first against Maryland, 74-67. They were out-rebounded 46-34, and a lot of injuries and foul trouble came with that as well. A huge portion of why they lost. And their last game against Alabama, the number 8 team ranked in the country, 115-76. Just a top team with size and that were stretched out. This UNLV defense, Coach Pastor says, this team has the ability to have great three-point shooting, but we have yet to see an identity here from this UNLV squad today.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it starts with the guards, Isaac Williamson, Al Green, Dre Gibbs-Lawhorn. But something I really want to touch on is you go into the season thinking, hey, we have this stud freshman coming in from Coronado, the local kid, Mason Abbotton, and his main thing is threes. So when you don't have that, you kind of have to go to other guys like Dre Gibbs-Lawhorn, and I think a kind of sleeper pick is Al Green. I think he's one of the best shooting guards on this team, and I think he's absolutely come out of nowhere. So those guys are going to really have to step it up tonight if UNLV wants any chance to get in the win column here in this tournament.
Rutgers is currently on a 3-game losing streak as well. First, it started off with Central Connecticut State. They lost that one 67-54 transition defense. They were just outscored in the fast break zone. And now to enter into the era tournament, they just played a really good Tennessee team, ranked 17th in the nation, lost that one 85-60, 38 points in the paint, 23 points off turnovers, 21 second chance points. And then the most recent game against Notre Dame, a heartbreaker at the end, 68-63. They just got killed down low, and head coach Steve Peichel had said, we've got to figure out the backboards. They have just been unable to get on the right side of it, especially down low. They trailed by 12 against Notre Dame and could not figure out a way to get out of that hole.
Yeah, that plays exactly to UNLV's strengths, because although Central Connecticut and Tennessee beat them with a barrage of threes, as we mentioned, Notre Dame, and they struggle down low, and guess what? You have Naz Cunningham that likes to get dirty in the post. You have Tyron Jones that likes to pick the ball up from the free throw line and attack you at the cup. And you have Kamani Hamilton, who has to have a big game. Kind of a disappointing season for him so far, so he's got to turn it around. This plays exactly to UNLV's strengths, and I'm happy to see this matchup go down.
All right, as tip-off is right around the corner with keys to victory. Let's start with the Rutgers, the Scarlet Knights. What is it going to take for them to get a win here today?
Well, I think, as we just mentioned, stop the post down low. UNLV has a lot of aggressive guys that like you take you to the cup and get this team in foul trouble. So not only have your hands up in the air so the refs don't call that. Obviously, you don't know how they're going to call it, but depending on if it's loose or hard, you got to adjust to that. The second key of victory for Rutgers is to eliminate the three. If they eliminate the post game, obviously the next thing is for the Rebels, they're going to go to the three. And we've seen Dre Gibbs-Lawhorn can absolutely kill you when he's on fire. And then Al Green, and you don't want to get Isaac Williamson started either, so they got to contain the three, get back on transition defense, and they'll win this game.
And for the Runnin Rebels, a lot of injuries, have faced a lot of foul trouble. How can they turn this thing around?
Well, I think it starts with Dre Gibbs-Lawhorn, and I think it starts with Kamani Hamilton. I mean, kind of a disappointing season for him so far, as we mentioned, but someone who I'd like to really see get going, and that we've only seen a couple times, is Howie Fleming. I feel like he's a sleeping giant waiting to explode, and so expect a big game from him tonight.
All right, let's take a look at the starting lineups right before tip-off for UNLV. Dre Gibbs-Lawhorn, Howie Fleming Jr., Isaac Williamson, Kamani Hamilton, and Tyron Jones. And for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, Tariq Francis, JaMychal Davis, Dylan Grant, Dennis Badalau, and Emmanuel Obole. Tip-off is underway here inside Michelob Ultra Arena, and the Scarlet Knights win the tip-off. On the right side, Francis over to Obole. Hand off to Davis at the top of the key. Guarded by Williamson. Now Badalo. Badalao. Left side. Hand off to Francis. 8 on the shot clock. Badalao ripping through. Left side floater. No good off the front. Second chance opportunity. Nope. Rebound Dre. In transition off the glass. No good. Rebound Davis.
That was a great first possession for the Rebels. Forced them in, and a great block by Tyron there.
Blocked by Jones with authority, and that's going to be someone we're going to be keeping an eye on all game. Williamson left side, deep three, no good. Rebound there by Davis.
Like that, this team has struggled with hitting threes all year, and Rutgers have struggled defending them. So a good little starter for the Rebels in terms of the three game.
On the left side, Francis pump fakes, pull-up jumper from 20 feet, no good. Obole with the rebound and put back.
Yeah, that's something that if UNLV doesn't fix, they're going to get cooked in this one, so to speak. So they need to get those second chance rebounds, get those offensive rebounds, get those defensive rebounds, and they're going to be okay in this game.
Rutgers scores first. 2-0 here with just a minute and a half passed. Kamani Hamilton kick out. Fleming Jr. from the right side, no good. Rebound Hamilton. Ball goes out of bounds, but it's tipped by Rutgers, and it'll stay here with UNLV.
See, that's exactly what I mean. Howie Fleming can't hit, but Kamani's just sitting there under the basket like a lurking monster, gets the foul, and all of a sudden you have a new possession and new life.
So now 20 seconds here on the shot clock for UNLV. Hamilton at the nail, spinning left side, and fouled by Grant. That's going to be his first personal. Hamilton's going to go to line and shoot 2.
You know, that's Kamani's bread and butter there. Down kind of in the low block, that turnaround kind of like goes up and under. I mean, and we see him struggle with that shot, but not here. Gets the foul call, and so let's see if the kid from High Point can hit it.
Hamilton this season is about 72% from the line. His first free throw up and good. Last game against Alabama, 13 points, 6 of 15 from the field. Did not make a 3-on-3 attempts and made one free throw in that one. He did foul out after 32 minutes of play, and he's able to get the first points on the board for UNLV. Tied at 2 with just a minute and a half passed here in the first half. From the right side, no good. Davis, but the putback. Obole with the slam.
Another second chance points. The Rebels are just falling asleep here on these defensive rebounds.
Missed 3 by Grant, put back by Obole, and Rutgers up 4-2 here with 18 minutes remaining. Gibbs Longhorn looking, backdoor Williamson off the right side, in and out, but rebound Fleming Jr., second chance opportunity. Dre from deep, no good. Rebound Grant.
I would have loved to see him just take a little more of a step in. That was a deep three, almost from the bottom of the logo, so just not a smart play.
Block from behind Jones. That's his second block, but turns it right over. Francis with the steal.
Trying to make that freshman for freshman connection and just doesn't work.
Davis floater down the middle. It's good. Extends the lead to 4.
That's just butter.
Jones in transition, slams that one. And we got a little track meet going on here early.
Yeah, you mentioned it, partner, in the opening that this team struggles with transition defense, and they did not look at that hustled at all or worried, and that's going to be Jones' bread and butter. Freshman trying to make his mark on this game.
Rutgers leads early 6-4 here with just 3 minutes passed in the first half. Francis at the nail, step through, shot up, no good, and Hamilton comes down with the rebound. He's going coast to coast left side, picks up his dribble, and his momentum carries him forward for a travel.
Yeah, trying to stop there at the left short corner. Realized he had 3 people on them. He had Tyron Jones right there to his, I believe that was to his right, and just gets called for the travel. Little of a late call, but, you know, still called it.
2 early turnovers for UNLV here. Just 3 minutes have passed. 16:40 remains. 6-4. Rutgers leads here from Michelob Ultra Arena. Grant on the right wing, guarded by Gibbs Longhorn. Gets it over to Francis. Down low, Obole now. The layup is good, just in front of the rim.
You see the Rebels adjusting early. They send 2 down there in the post. Rutgers doesn't want to shoot the 3, so they're going to double down on the post, and I would expect to see more of that as we continue this game.
Gibbs Longhorn with 15 seconds to work. Spinning, left side, kicks it out. Hamilton from the left corner. Splash!
That is just his second made three of the entire season. So happy that Kamani can get on the board in terms of threes.
And that was a shot we saw him working on during warm-ups before this game, and he pays off there. Shot down low, Bole, and one. Fouled on the play by Tyron Jones. Score is currently 10-7. Free throws coming on the other side here on Rebel Sports Net. Welcome back inside Michelob Ultra Arena. Wyatt, Touchet, and Whittaker Lummus. Happy Thanksgiving from us. You know, today is one of those days. It's the epitome of traditional American gastronomy, and there's a lot of plates being served nationwide. And we got a plate full of Obole here. He already has 8 points on the day. He did not score against Notre Dame. He didn't even take a shot, but he's already dominating here early against the Rebels.
Well, you know, his coach said he's 260 pounds of straight buffalo. And when you have Tyron Jones, who's a freshman, who's just 190 pounds, and of course you can double, I believe they're bringing Kamani Hamilton, and he's only 225. So when you have 40 pounds on these people, plus he's one of the returning players for Rutgers, he's going to be very experienced. He has the touch around the rim, and they're going to need to stop him if they want any chance.
Obole with the finish, fresh out of the break, and he was fouled by Tyron Jones. So he'll go to line to shoot one to convert a potential and one opportunity here for Rutgers. They currently lead 10-7 with 15:50 remaining here in the first half. UNLV has only one team foul, and so does Rutgers. Both teams with still 4 timeouts, and it's been a track meet so far early in this first portion of the first half.
Yeah, it's been a track meet. We saw, I feel like, that one transition bucket by Tyron. That was probably the easiest bucket he'll get all season. Rutgers just didn't look like they cared at all, if I'm going to be honest. So, especially if we could force more of those turnovers in the half court, we're going to be fine in this game. So, a bullet at the line. We'll see.
This season, he's only shot 50% from the free throw line. Looking to convert the N1 opportunity here. Shot is up and in and out, no good. Rebound Hamilton.
Clutch rebound by Kamani. Those are crucial if you want to get the momentum. If I'm going to be honest, you're down by 3.
Fleming Jr. driving, kick out, stolen, battle out in transition. And he's going to pull it out to the arc and give it to Obole. Driving right side, backing down Williamson. Tyron Jones almost blocks it, but it gets just high enough, and Fleming Jr. gets the board.
Williamson is 160, so 260 versus 160 there in the post, and he misses. Rare miss from Obole there.
Fleming Jr. out to Williamson. No good from the right wing. Rebound Fleming Jr. second chance opportunity. Pull up Jay. Three-pointer no good off the front. And rebound there by Buchanan Jr.
I know Pastor wishes that he just swung the ball a couple more times. Didn't feel like the play was quite over, so rush shot there.
And fouled on the shot is Obole. The foul's going to go against Fleming Jr. That's his first personal. And looks like Nos Cunningham, Al Green, and Walter Brown are coming to the scores table. And so for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, Lino Mark as well.
You know, the funny thing about Abole is we're talking about his size. We're talking about, you know, his height. He's 6'10". Guess what? 6% body fat? That's crazy, especially for a guy that's that big. I mean, his coach literally said it. He's 260 pounds of buffalo. If a buffalo had a genetic mutation to make him 6% body fat, that's crazy.
He is a big guy indeed, and definitely an athletic specimen. Misses his second free throw of the day, his first one there of this trip, potential two. Lino Mark comes in for Jamichael Davis. On the court for UNLV, Nas Cunningham, Al Green, Dre Gibbs Longhorn, Walter Brown, and Tyron Jones. The second free throw up at this line, splits them. Goes 1 for 2 there. Scores 11-7. Rutgers leads by 4 with just less than 15 minutes to go here in the first half.
So Dortch comes in for the Knights. He's only a 6'9", 225, and so they're kind of, I feel like this is a direct match with Tyron Jones. I mean, they're almost the same weight and the same height, so love to see this match and see what Tyron can do.
Jones with the ball now to Brown on the right side, picks up his dribble. Green now looking to drive. 7 seconds on the shot clock, has to make something happen. Down low, Jones misses the layup, hits the rim, and rebound by Mark.
Oh, I thought that was going in. He had it. I think he just hesitated.
Battle out from the left corner, no good. Rebound Mark again. Swings it over, now on the left side. Buchanan Jr. And with 12 seconds at the logo, Mark is going to try to make something happen here with this offense. Buchanan Jr. on the right side. 5 seconds to work in the corner. Grant, and a shot clock violation, unaware of how much time was remaining, and a turnover there for Rutgers.
You know, great, I would say great defense by Dre, but great communication from the bench. They're yelling out, so Dre has his back to the shot clock, doesn't know how much time. He keeps strong, keeps his hands up in the air. In that low block is where we've seen him struggle. That's a great defense from Longhorn.
Harun Zerno from Bosnia and Herzegovina checking in for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights for the first time today. And a foul called on the ground against Zerno for a push. Excuse me, it's actually going to go against Buchanan Jr. His first personal second team foul.
I think that was a smart play because I think Walter Brown was going in to set the screen, but he noticed there's a blockage in his way, so he diverts the plan and just tries to get through, and that's going to be a foul call anytime. High IQ play from the kid from New Zealand.
Gibbs Longhorn off the screen from Jones, kicks it out to Jones. Now Green from the left wing, buries it. First three-pointer of the game for Green.
Yeah, need a lot more of those because Green's a hell of a shooter.
Cunningham hands in the passing lane, but recovered by Buchanan. He gets the ball right back, stolen from Zerno. In transition, Green going up left-handed, no good.
I have to give it to Lino Mark. Great defense from him.
Grant in transition, misses, gets his own rebound, and able to put it back up and in, extending the lead now to 3. Scores 13-10. Brown straight on, splash!
I think the name of the game for Rutgers is just miss and then get your own rebound. The Rebels look discombobulated once you get that second rebound, and it's just easy from there to make a basket and just keep extending this lead.
That's Walter Brown's first three-pointer of the season, and he gets the rebound there off the missed shot from Zerno. Down low, Cunningham, loose ball, and recovered by Rutgers.
Great pass by Walter Brown. Nas just can't. That's not normally where he lives, so maybe a little bit anxious down there in the low block.
Dortch able to recover it. Now Mark on the right block gets it back out to Buchanan Jr. Just under 12 minutes and 10 seconds to play. Tied ball game at 13. Buchanan at the top, guarded by Gibbs Longhorn. Switch there. Shot over Jones, no good. Rebound Cunningham. Now Gibbs Longhorn driving to the right side. Kicks it out. Green, left side. No good.
Like the shot. As I mentioned, Green's one of the best three-point shooter people on this team. So I like it, but just like Pastor says, one day they will fall, and unfortunately that was just not the time.
And you can only hope. Dortch for three, no good, and it goes off the top of the backboard after hitting the rim. And so our first media timeout, 11:32 remains, and it's a tied ball game at 13. Here from Michelob Ultra Arena, you're listening to Runnin' Rebel Basketball here on Rebel Sports Net. Welcome back inside Michelob Ultra Arena. Wyatt, Touchet, Whittaker, Lummus here courtside. Tied ball game at 13. Both teams came into this game struggling in one aspect. For UNLV, it was their three-point shooting. For Rutgers, it was playing down low and scoring inside the paint. And they've been playing well in both respects of their game. UNLV has been able to make 3 threes, and Rutgers has been able to score 12 points in the paint here so far in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, Rutgers has been doing a good job, but as of late, they're 1 for their last 7, and so I'm actually pretty surprised that it's even a tie ball game. And so I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's great that UNLV is tied with whatever team we're playing, but how will they respond when a team goes on a 13-0 run and not just a 1 for 7 with a couple fouls? And so that's where I feel like that's where the champion mindset is made when you're down 13 and when they're 7 for their last 7. How do you respond to that? And so I guess we'll see in this game.
Fresh out of the break, UNLV with the ball on the court for the Runnin' Rebels. Gibbs, Longhorn, Jones, Green, Brown, and Cunningham. And for Rutgers, Mark, Buchanan, Woolley, Zerno, and Obole. Gibbs, Longhorn driving, floater from the mid-range. Straight on, and it's good.
I've actually been pretty surprised that Walter Brown has been doing the ball handling right there. He just took the ball up court and made a play, got it to Gibbs Longhorn, and this is I'm just very impressed with Walter Brown in this game.
Woolley down low, left hook shot off the glass and in. What a shot there by Chris Woolley. Tied ball game at 15 apiece. Brown to Cunningham, now Gibbs Longhorn at the top, screen by Jones. Jones at the top now, driving left side, underhand, up and in. That's the first lead of the game for UNLV, 17-15. Woolley down low, kick out, Buchanan drives by, pull up Jay, no good, rebound Brown.
The funny thing about Woolley is he transferred high schools 4 times, and one of those times was to right here in Las Vegas to Bishop Gorman High School. And so I feel like he knows the surrounding area well enough to be kind of playing in front of the home crowd.
Bounce pass from Zerno, knocked out of bounds by Cunningham. It'll still be Rutgers ball. Mark coming out, and so is Buchanan. Coming in is Francis and Davis. So a couple substitutions here. 10-10 remaining here in the first half. UNLV has their first lead, 17-15.
I mean, let's see what they can do on defense because they've been playing well so far. I mean, Dre has set the tone, and so I want to see Isaac Williamson set the tone as well as Nas Cunningham. These guards need to.
Davis out to Woolley on the right wing, looking down low for Obole. Now gets it down there, guarded by Jones, working on the right block. Spin around, no good. Rebound Cunningham.
I mean, great job to Jones, just having a body in there and just having his hands up, not fouling, but still showing his presence. Great job by the freshman.
Gibbs Longhorn floater is good, straight on. Missed one earlier, but makes up for it, and now extends their lead to 4.
Normally he's at the 3, but because of this lackluster post defense from the Rutgers, he's going to take anything he's going to get.
Woolley found a gap in that 1-3-1, but unable to make that 15-footer from the free throw line. So UNLV on the offensive side, less than 10 minutes to go. UNLV leads 19-15. Williamson, bounce pass. Jones from the nail. No good, too strong. Rebound Francis.
That's something we haven't seen a lot, kind of the pick and pop from the UNLV, and that's maybe because, I mean, Stefan's out and Shea is out, so the people you would normally do the pick and pop with are normally out. So
Cunningham puts it in harm's way, almost stolen there by Davis. Recovered there by Brown. And now Williamson on the right corner. Go ahead, partner.
I was just going to say that's probably why we haven't seen much, so it's nice to see that traditional style of play.
Loose ball off the missed 3. Tipped out of bounds last by Rutgers. And Kamani Hamilton's going to come in and sub for Tyron Jones. Fleming Jr. for Walter Brown.
You know, that was probably Walter Brown's best stretch of play that we've seen this year, handling the ball, making smart IQ plays, and making smart IQ passes. If he plays like that for the rest of the season, I feel like we'll have a good chance against almost any team in the Mountain West.
Williamson, left corner, no good, just too strong. Fleming Jr. gets a second chance opportunity, cuts back in, missed shot, rebound Dortch, who just checked in the game for Obole, and Grant as well, cutting and fouled on the shot. He also subbed in just recently for Zerno, and he's going to go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, just finds the gap, and Isaac Williamson has to kind of sprint back to recover, not let him get an easy bucket there. And so, not the worst foul in the world for the freshman, and I've been happy with his play so far in this game. So, you know, I think we can let that one slide in terms of the game.
And Grant misses his first free throw. He's been 72% from the line this season. Foul does go against Isaac Williamson, the true freshman from Moreno Valley, California. Grant with 2 points already. Now make it 3. Splits the trip there. Goes 1 for 2. Score is currently 19-16. 8.5 minutes remain here in the first half. UNLV with a 3-point lead. And Gibbs Longhorn on the right wing. On the offensive side, guarded there by Davis. Looking down low, Hamilton on the baseline, guarded by Dortch. 12 seconds to work. Fleming Jr. now, pump fake, driving, picks up his dribble. Cunningham left side, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Gibbs Longhorn, a deep 3 from the logo, no good. Ball tipped out of bounds by Fleming Jr., and Rutgers will have the offensive possession.
We saw it in the Alabama game. Howie Fleming's got to do anything and everything to get his team back in the lead right there, just in the post, gets a hand on it. And Isaac Williamson was there, but took a step forward, and that's sometimes all that you need. And it goes out of bounds, and now we're seeing a lot different to where we could have had another 3, and it would have been 22-16, and this game looks a whole lot different than 19-16 with Rutgers ball.
UNLV with a 3-point lead heading into a timeout with 8 minutes to go here in the first half. Welcome back inside Michelob Ultra Arena. Wyatt, Touchet, Whittaker, Lummus here on Rebel Sports Net. UNLV Runnin Rebels lead by 3, 19-16 over Rutgers with just 8 minutes remaining. And both teams have just struggled from the field, only shooting 30% each, and both of them 7 of 23 from the field.
Yeah, as you mentioned, both teams are struggling. Rutgers has no field goals in the last 3 minutes, and they're 1 for their last 8. And when you go to the other side of the UNLV Runnin Rebels, it doesn't get much better. They're 0 for their last 5 and only 1 for their last 7. So, I mean, this is kind of a battle between, like, two teams who are just trying to find their identity as we move towards conference play. And, I mean, that's ultimately what this game is for, or what this tournament is for, to find your identity and, obviously, to win the $1 million prize.
With less than 8 minutes to go on the court for Rutgers, Francis, Davis, Dortch, Grant, and Woolley. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Davis looking to make something happen. Gets it to Grant. Pull up 3 from the left side. Just short. Air balls that one. Rebound. Putback is good by Dortch.
And if you watch that play, you're like, okay, maybe this is not very impressive play, but he got the rebound, turned around, I believe with his opposite hand, and then put it up to a 100% switch. Impressive play there from the Scarlet Knights.
Gibbs Longhorn trying to cook down low, spinning, no good. Left hand on the court for UNLV. Dre, Hamilton, Fleming Jr., Williamson, and Cunningham. That is Noss. Deep 3 from Francis. Makes that one go down. Cashes that one from downtown.
UNLV has to put points on the board here if they want to remain in this game. No points in the last 2:42 and counting, and Rutgers is on a 6-0 run.
Cunningham, left baseline, kicks it out. Gibbs, Longhorn, now to Fleming Jr. on the left side, guarded by Grant. Crossover, spinning, loses the ball, regains it, kicks it out. Cunningham, left side, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Now Williamson has a ticking time bomb. Right elbow shot, it's good.
Yeah, ticking time bomb, as you mentioned. I feel like this has been the tale of this team. They try to get it to Gibbs Longhorn, and obviously when that doesn't work, I mean, who do you really go to?
Woolley down low, offensive foul, and Williamson using his body to take the charge. That's going to be Woolley's first personal. And going back to that offensive shot, it looked like hot potato on the offensive end for the Runnin Rebels, and they were fortunate to get that shot up from Williamson and tie the ball game at 21.
Yeah, and if they didn't hit that, I believe they would have been 1 for their last 9 and no points in the last 3 minutes. And I don't care what team you are, if you're, Central Connecticut or you're UConn, you got to put points on the board. And you can't go 3 minutes without putting points on the board, especially because Rutgers is not really known for their defense. So when you struggle against like a team that's not known for the defense, it's like, okay, now that we have to go against a defensive team, and I know there are going to be so many in the Mountain West, and so it's really a struggle to where, we're missing our starting point guard, our starting center, but when you struggle to find your identity and you struggle to put points on the board, it's gonna be hard.
Well, so we take a look at Obole. He has 9 points to start the first half in the opening 10 minutes, and since then, this offense hasn't been able to find much down low with his presence. He's only been averaging around 5 points and 6.7 rebounds per game. They are currently reviewing the last play with Woolley and Williamson, and it will remain UNLV ball on the offensive side, so the Runnin Rebels will inbound it here. Kamani Hamilton, Howie Fleming Jr., Isaac Williamson, Noss Cunningham, and Al Green now checking in for Dre Gibbs Longhorn.
Lucky couple last possessions for the Rebels. You get that, tough fadeaway from the freshman Isaac Williamson, and then you get a break on the defensive side of the ball with that foul.
Hamilton in the paint, fouled and one. Able to absorb the contact, fight through, and get the bucket.
At High Point, this was his bread and butter, and I feel like he's kind of strayed away from his game. In the low post, turnaround, fader, get the guy up in the air, and so I'm glad he's going back to his roots. And so, and he's a really good free throw shooter. Hopefully I didn't just jinx that, but
Hamilton's first trip and makes that one go. Converts the N1 here. UNLV leads 24-21. Come on, Hamilton, with 3 free throws made. Converts that N1 there. Less than 6 minutes to go. And Rutgers with the offensive hand. Francis over to Batalau. Now back to Francis at the logo. Less than 10 seconds on the shot clock. Dortch, left side, looking for the pass. 3 seconds to work. Davis, right elbow. It's good over Williamson.
Wow, great defense by Williamson, but even better offense by Jamichael Davis. As again, it was just hot potato there.
And Williamson tries to answer, misses, fighting for the rebound, but it's Grant who gets it.
Oh my goodness, he should have hit that and got the rebound, and it's just unfortunate that he didn't.
Francis in the trees, floater up and in over Green and Hamilton, and answers right back. And Rutgers with the lead 25-24, less than 5 minutes to go here in the first half.
That looks like a design play on how fluid it was. You look down at your feet for 1 second, and then the next second, Rutgers are there in the post with an easy lay.
Kick out, Cunningham, quarter, it's good. Splashes that one, and a back and forth effort here. Lead changes in the last few minutes of the first half.
I believe that's Naz's first points in, I think, 2 or 3 games, because he didn't play against Alabama, and I think he was very limited against the game against Maryland earlier this week. So
he did not play against Alabama. He did score against Maryland. He did get 4 points, 1 of 4 from the field, and 2 free throws to tack on to that. So it just goes to show the injuries that UNLV has faced all season long. Guys that have been banged up like Cunningham have had restricted minutes, and this is the first time since Memphis really where he's had a more prominent role.
Exactly. I mean, 4 points all game against Maryland, and then 3 points here early on. So hopefully he can get going in this game, because we definitely need him.
Hamilton with the foul. That's going to be his first personal. He was guarding Francis on the left side. And it's the 5th team foul for UNLV.
As I mentioned, I want to see UNLV when they're down and out. And Rutgers is 4 for their last 4. And UNLV responds with a 3. They respond with high IQ plays. So it's a good sign going forward into this game.
Some substitutions have come in for Rutgers. Francis, Mark Buchanan, and Ogbale Batalau as well. Mark driving left side. Rebound Obole. Fouled on the shot. That's going to go against Walter Brown. And on the court for UNLV, Gibbs, Longhorn, Hamilton, Green, Brown, who just committed the foul, and Nos Cunningham.
Great defense from Kamani and Gibbs Longhorn, but Gibbs just tries to, Al Green just tries to go up for the rebound and just gets out-muscled him. He's 6'10", so what are you supposed to do? I'm not sure how long his arms are, but I would assume 6'10" to 7 foot, and that's a lot bigger than 6'4", so.
Absolutely there. He makes the first free throw, scores 27-26, 4:04 remains. And as we look out into the scarce crowd here on Thanksgiving Day, I see Waldo. I spotted him. He's now walking courtside. The things you see in Vegas.
I mean, yeah.
I've never had that on my bingo card here today.
No, I mean, where's Waldo? At the Players Era Championship on Thanksgiving Day. So if you have the book, well, you should have been here, because you could have scratched that one off your bingo card.
Obole makes both free throws, so he's 3 of 5 from the line today. Tied game at 27 apiece. Just 4:04 remaining here in the first half. Don't go anywhere. More action here on Rebel Sports Net between UNLV and Rutgers at the Players Era Championship. Welcome back inside Michelob Ultra Arena here on Thanksgiving Day. Wyatt, Touchet, Whittaker, Lummus. Tie ball game at 27 apiece between UNLV and Rutgers. 4:04 remains here in the first half. And down the stretch, we've seen a lot more action than right around that midway point from 11 minutes to 7 minutes. We've seen a lot more action here down the stretch in the first half.
I mean, yeah, you talk about that 7 to 11 mark. They were like 1 for 7, 1 for 8. But now we have a tie ball game here, and Rutgers is on a run. So I feel like that's a great news for UNLV that when they're at their best, we could still compete with them. And so expect a lead change here if UNLV obviously scores.
In the final 4 minutes on the court for UNLV, Gibbs, Longhorn, Hamilton, Green, Brown, and Cunningham. Cunningham blocked by Obole. Rejects that one into the baseline. 15 seconds remain, and UNLV will keep the ball here on the near side. Tyron Jones checking in for Nos Cunningham.
Yeah, Cunningham probably has to be benched on that one. Kind of like on the left block, gets his man up in the air, but then he brings the ball down, so it allows Obole to go and block the shot. So not a smart play.
Takes flight there off the right side. And off the backboard, making that look super easy, just floating, levitating. Now Francis over to Mark on the other side. Buchanan now gets it to Francis, left wing, down low, Obole, guarded by Brown, just over him, and making it look too easy.
Oh my goodness, Obole, stop it. You're doing this to the Runnin Rebels right now. I mean, sure, I feel like if Emmanuel Stephan, and obviously it would be different, but right now the Rebels have to find a way to counter Obole, and whether that's the 3-game or the double, maybe even the triple.
Green from deep, no good. Rebound Buchanan. Now in transition, 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Hand off to Francis, guarded by Gibbs Longhorn. Now Mark on the other side, bringing the ball to the logo, guarded by Green. Now Batalau, Buchanan. Mark now with 10 seconds to work, driving down the middle. No good. Rebound Hamilton.
I thought they were going to give it to Obole so many times there. Tyron Jones just making sure he stays strong in the post. That's a great thing you want to see from your freshman forward.
Tyron Jones almost travels and carries the ball there. Pick your poison. Fortunately, he was able to stop in his tracks and hold on to the ball. 10 seconds. Green pump fake. Shot up and one. Foul on Batalau. And Green making the most of that opportunity there.
Green just not 1, not 2, not 3. Okay, it was 3. So it was 3. Just 3 pump fakes, and just gets the man up in the air. That looked like a 2K move where you just spam the button, and he kept doing it, but it actually works there. And guess what? He's at the line now, so props to Al Green.
Green with his first trip to the free throw line today. Foul there by Batalau. He's checked out. That's his first personal. Mark also comes out. So on the court, currently for Rutgers, Francis, Davis, Buchanan, Woolley, and Obole. And for UNLV, Gibbs, Longhorn, Hamilton, Jones, Green, and Brown. And Green makes the and one at the free throw line, converts it. So score is 32-29. 2:15 remains here in the first half. Obole with the second season high of 13 points so far in just the first half. He's been dominating so far. Stolen pass intended for Obole. Gibbs Longhorn ahead to Green, and one slam with a poster here on Thanksgiving Day, eating them up like Thanksgiving turkey.
Hey, like Thanksgiving turkey, they're surrounding the turkey. Obole, Gibbs Longhorn is kind of just playing that lurking role, waiting for the pass, daring him to pass to Obole in the post. They do it. Longhorn gets it and does the unselfish play, passes it to Green, and Green just yams on them. Little yam and turkey on them for on this beautiful Thanksgiving Day.
UNLV's bench loves that one. Green on your head. Here coming back with less than 2 minutes to go from Michelob Ultra Arena. Happy Thanksgiving here from Michelob Ultra Arena, and I know Al Green's thankful for that slam. We were just talking about in the break, you know, typically football is trying to sell you on food that Uber Eats ad.
Yep.
They're selling us here with that yam from Al Green.
Yam, lamb, green, kind of sounds like greens. Maybe I'm just hungry, maybe I'm just missing out on the Thanksgiving feast, but hey, I know Al Green's thankful for obviously, as you said, that slam, but not only that, but just the fact that they could play in this tournament.
2 back-to-back and 1 opportunities, converts both of them. Green with 9 points on the day. 10 seconds on the shot clock, loose ball, diving for it, Gibbs, Longhorn gets it. And now Buchanan on top of it, and a quick timeout there by Rutgers. Dre is fired up. UNLV leads by 6, 35-29. A quick 30-second timeout here for Rutgers. 1:33 remains here in the half.
Josh Pastner's talked about it in the preseason open that, hey, he wants to go back to the Running Rebels. That means get back on transition offense and die for balls. I feel like we saw it in the first couple of games, but I feel like we've gotten away from that. And what's really impressive about that is Dre's the leading scorer for this team. And he's telling the guys, hey, I'm not afraid to get dirty down in the post. I'm going to do whatever it takes to win, just like Howie Fleming. And so I don't care that I'm the number 1 option on this team. I'm putting my body on the line.
Yeah, Gibbs only has 6 points on the day, 3 of 8 from the field. Nothing from deep, only 3 misses so far, but that could change very well, very quickly. Let's take a look at the Runnin' Rebels. This season, we saw some of the energy, the ferocity in the first few games, but as of late, it's just felt that they've been flat. Today, in the last few minutes, we've seen that energy from this team here on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, they're on a 6-0 run over the last 46 seconds. So 6 points, 46 seconds. Granted, they obviously had that steal and multiple and 1 opportunities, but this team, I feel like was really slated for, they've had a tough test of games. You not only mentioned, UT Martin, who has an all-new European players, so expect to win that one. Unfortunately, dropped that one, but came in, Chattanooga, obviously put up a fight against them, and then Montana, Memphis, Maryland. These are all good quality teams. So I feel like other than the Lincoln game and the exhibition, they have been tested each and every way. And I think that's what this team is so resilient. And when they get those guys back, I think that's the thing they'll have over every single team in the nation, that they play super good teams without their best guys. And now all the guys will be resilient.
On the court for Rutgers, fresh out that timeout, Davis, Mark, Grant, Woolley, and Obole. For UNLV, Gibbs, Longhorn, Hamilton, Jones, Green, and Brown. Hook shot good from Obole. He now has 15 this first half.
He is cooking, and I'm not talking turkey. I'm talking straight buckets.
I like that one. Jones on the top of the key. Over to Green, right side, kicks it over. Hamilton, pump fakes. 15 on the shot clock, less than a minute to go here in the half. Floater up. No good, and it's going to be a goaltending call, defensive interference around the rim. The bucket's going to count for Hamilton. So score is now 37-31 with 55.1 seconds remain.
Hey, if Rutgers doesn't want to send 2, just like we're sending 2 for Obole, they should send 2 for Kamani Hamilton. And so there's a little debacle on the court right now, but like I was saying, they should send 2 for Kamani Hamilton, because I feel like he's one of the better players in the post. Probably, I wouldn't, in this tournament, if I'm going to be honest, top 10 in my opinion. And so send a double in the post, or Kamani's going to kill you in the post, of course.
1-3-1 defense. Woolley down low, trying to baptize a man, but a foul call, unable to finish it. He tries to go up with authority and get their lick back. Unable to do so. He's going to go to the line and shoot 2. Foul on Tyron Jones. Good thing he landed safely on the ground. That could have been very dangerous.
Yeah, that was he got up there. And so Tyron Jones, good play, but very dangerous to drag the man down. I just can't believe how high he got. I mean, like, whew. He was, I believe he trains with, or excuse me, that's, it was Jamal Crawford, but I believe that's another guy. But obviously the whole team has hops, so impressive feat of vertical there.
Currently, the referees are reviewing that play because Tyron Jones hits him at the hip, and they're checking if they undercut him for a flagrant. And so they will be discussing that one currently on the floor. Both teams on the court in their huddles. 41.7 seconds remain, 16 seconds on the shot clock as it stands right now. Woolley will definitely go to the line. It's just a matter of if there's extra free throws. And it will be upgraded to a flagrant one as Jones undercut him at the hip, causing Woolley to land dangerously on his side. That could have ended up a lot worse, similar to what we saw with Andrew Bogut back in the day with him in Milwaukee. Fortunately, Woolley's okay, and he'll go to line to shoot some free throws.
Yeah, I mean, Tyron Jones with a dangerous play there, and so I feel like that, as much as I don't want to say, I feel like that that foul was definitely warranted. So Woolley goes to the line.
Woolley's free throws up and good. This is his first trip to the line. This season he has shot 57.1%. These are the flagrant foul free throws he is taking currently. Makes the first. Second one is good. And so both squads will now come in and line up for the two personal foul free throws here. Scores 37-33 after those two made free throws from Woolley. Correction, those were the fouls that he got for the shot, and they get possession. So the two free throws now Rutgers possession. 37-33, 41.7 seconds remain. Woolley down low over Green, no good. Rebound Mark. And we'll hold on to it and drain the clock as much as possible.
It's the second one he's missed on a smaller defender. Maybe we should just put Al Green or Dre Gibbs-Lawhorn on him.
5 seconds on the shot clock. Grant driving, loses the ball. Stolen by Williamson in transition. Lobs it up. Slam! Kamani Hamilton.
I was saying slow down because the shot clock turned off. You had 20 seconds. But, hey, I mean, Isaac and Kamani just on that same level. And so, good play by them.
Rutgers with the last chance opportunity. Final shot, no good from Mark. Rebound by Green. And we go into halftime. UNLV leads 39-33.
And great end to the half. Strong defensive stand for the Rebels. They ended that half 4 for their last 4. And so great momentum. I know another thing I want to mention is yesterday we saw Coach Passner in his, I feel, a plaid shirt, maybe repping a little of the Thanksgiving spirit, but now we see him in a traditional suit and tie, and I feel like every time we saw him in that suit and tie, besides for his debut at Thomas and Mack, he's won the game.
There you go. UNLV leads by 6 at the half, 39-33. More action here on the other side from Michelob Ultra Arena. You're listening to UNLV Runnin' Rebel basketball here on Rebel Sports Net. Welcome back inside Michelob Ultra Arena, and happy Thanksgiving from all of us here at Rebel Sports Net. Wyatt, Touchet, Whittaker, Lummus courtside. As we take a look at the score coming into the second half, UNLV leads 39-33 over Rutgers. And one of the stats that really stands out is the three-point shooting. UNLV is not shooting effectively, but nonetheless, the points differential 4 of 15 from deep compared to Rutgers 1 of 7 has been the difference maker so far, and that's a huge reason why they're up by 6.
Yeah, I mean, it starts with the guys like Kamani Hamilton who don't normally pull it from the free throw line, or from the 3 line, just made his second 3 of the game, and that kind of started a run for UNLV. You know, Al Green is getting in there. I think he has a couple threes. You know, the Rebels are only 4 for 15 on threes. That equates to 26.7. But hey, on the other side, Rutgers is 1 for 7 from 3. So UNLV just winning that 3 battle, and that's why they're up right now.
One of the guys standing out for Rutgers, Emmanuel Obole, 15 points, 6 of 8 from the field, making 3 free throws. In addition to that, he is 1 point away from his career high, and he's scored that in just the first half, coming off a game against Notre Dame where he didn't score at all. He didn't even take a shot. And here today, he's been a huge part and a huge reason why Rutgers is still in it right now.
Well, and I think that has to do with Tyron Jones, the assignment that's sent to guard this big burly man. Jones is only 6'9", 190, not even hitting the 200 mark. And so when you have a guy like Obole who's 260, it's going to be hard giving up 70 pounds and not have him go for 15 in the first half.
And to start the second half, UNLV will get the ball on the court. Gibbs, Longhorn, Hamilton, Fleming Jr., Jones, and Williamson. And for Rutgers, Francis, Davis, Grant, Woolley, and Obole. Fleming Jr. driving right side into the trees. Jones on the right baseline gets it back out to Williamson. Less than 8 seconds on the shot clock. Fleming Jr. left elbow almost turns the ball over. Williamson 3. Shot is up. No good off the right side. And Obole with the rebound.
Not how you want to start your second half, just playing hot potato, looking for somebody to find.
And down low to Woolley from Obole. Looked like he was going to have a shot opportunity. Now backing down to Williamson. The flop jumper from the baseline. No good. Rebound Gibbs, Longhorn.
That was impressive acting there from Williamson. Just sold it probably a little too hard.
Looked like Marcus Smart there. Gibbs, Longhorn almost travels, gets it out. Tyron Jones blocked there by Woolley. And rebound there by Francis.
That was a major stuffing. See what I did there? A little Thanksgiving joke for you guys, but blocked at the rim.
And in the passing lane, Jones deflects it into the backcourt. Woolley gets it. 10 seconds on the shot clock for Rutgers. Davis on the left side, behind the back, over to Francis. Pump fakes, pull up Jay. It's good. First points of the half comes by Tariq Francis.
And Jones just fell for the pump fake. Still kind of gets back. Thought he was going to affect that shot, but just gets the ball off and out of the outstretched hands of Tyron Jones.
Now Gibbs, Longhorn over to Hamilton with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Fleming Jr. now on the left wing, 10 seconds to go. Guarded by Woolley. Driving right side, getting into the paint. Blocked from behind by Woolley. 3.9 seconds on the shot clock.
This is a great start for Rutgers. As we mentioned before the half broke, UNLV started or ended the half, 4 for 4. So Rutgers maybe feeling that halftime motivation, stopping UNLV and converting on points of their own.
With 3.9 seconds, Hamilton in the inbound pass. Turnaround Jay, no good on the fade. Rebound there by Grant. Just 2 minutes have passed here. UNLV leads 39-35 over Rutgers here on Thanksgiving Day for the Players Era Championship. Shot up and in from Grant on the right baseline.
They're just rolling right now, and it's okay when it's 11 minutes left, but this is right out of halftime. Kind of a morale, morale decline for the Runnin Rebels.
17:30 left. Tyron Jones spinning, right hooked, no good over Obole. And Rutgers with some momentum. Woolley, transition, blocked but fouled. And he's going to go line and shoot 2.
I had never seen Tyron Jones shoot that shot before, and I don't think this is the time to try new shots, just in my opinion. Good pursuit by Gibbs Lawhorn and good leadership for him to bring the guys in off the foul and the right. Okay, guys, we got this. We're going to win this game. Let's just lock in and channel that energy that we had in the first half.
The foul's going to go against Isaac Williamson, the second personal of the game. At the scores table right now for UNLV, Al Green and Walter Brown set to check in, and they will do so. Woolley's third free throw of the game is good. Perfect 3 for 3 so far. And he has 5 points on the day.
Yeah, Walter Brown had a great stretch of play there, so really need to hear now that Rutgers is within striking distance.
Green and Brown check in for Williamson and Fleming Jr. Woolley makes both free throws, so now it's tied up at 39 with just over 2.5 minutes passed here. Turnover here by Gibbs. Longhorn passes it right back to Brown, who is not expecting it, and it goes out of bounds. A defensive pressure from Rutgers, turning the ball over for UNLV.
And I just gave Walter Brown the praise he deserved, honestly, for that play, and starts this stretch with a turnover, and where Rutgers have all the momentum, that is the last thing you need.
Down low, Davis rejected by Brown, and Green with the rebound, now pushing it the other way. Gibbs Lawhorn on the right corner, looking, gives it to Green, pulls it back. Now Hamilton left side pump fake, kick out, Gibbs Lawhorn. Now a lot of kick and drive here. Jones getting through, blocked by Obole, but fouled on the ground by Grant.
And I like that play because you get Tyron Jones in the post, but I feel like Gibbs Lawhorn was going to pull it there on that right side corner, and so I would have liked to see, because he's a great shooter, but I also like to see free points. That's why it's called the free throw line.
Tyron Jones actually fouled by Woolley this season, 45.7% from the line. Has not been reliable. He misses the first one there. In every other category, down low on the defensive end, he has been dominant. He has 2 blocks in the first few minutes of this game, which he is 25th nationally with 15. He now has 17 total this season. And he misses both free throws, and a foul called on UNLV. Wow. Tyron Jones and Walter Brown tied up with Obole there.
If I'm Josh Pastor right here, if Rutgers goes down and scores, I'm taking a timeout, because my team has just looked just not like the same team in the first half where they're competing. And we saw this with Alabama, that they were sticking close in the first few minutes, but then they start to fall apart when the endurance gets tough.
1-3-1 defense here from UNLV. Tied ball game at 39. Just 3 minutes have passed here in the first half. Grant left corner, splash! Grant makes his first three-pointer of the game. Now 1 of 4 from behind the arc. Jones spinning left side over Obole. No good. Rebound Woolley.
And Jones just has the inkling to just shoot more shots in this half. And so
Grant from the corner, pump fakes, 15-footer, good. And a 5-point swing here for Rutgers. They lead 44-39 here from the Players Era Championship. Welcome back inside Michelob Ultra Arena on this beautiful Thanksgiving Day here in Las Vegas. Courtside, Wyatt, Touchet, Whittaker, Lummus here on Rebel Sports Net. And Rutgers is off to a 9-0 start to begin the second half. Coach Michael has got them in the right mode, and they are doing well so far, leading by 5, 44-39.
I just feel like Rutgers has, as I mentioned, they've taken the things that they adjusted at halftime and put them into full effect. And I feel like going in with the lead and ending 4-for-4 for the Running Rebels, I feel like they didn't really, maybe the passer worked into them, but obviously it's not going to be as bad as if you were losing. So great job to Rutgers for playing like the score is 0-0.
What have been the adjustments you've seen this second half compared to the first for Rutgers?
Well, one, they're closing out on shooters. They're not allowing Dre Gibbs-Lawhorn to get comfortable. They're not allowing Al Green to get comfortable. So that only leaves Kamani Hamilton, and we've seen a couple errant shots for Tyron Jones. I feel like, okay, we're just going to not double Tyron Jones, but almost think that he can, like, beat us with the scoring, and sometimes he can. It's just not his night. And so they're just allowing Kamani, saying, hey, if anybody's going to beat us, it's going to be Kamani Hamilton and Tyron Jones. What we're not going to do is let Dre Gibbs-Lawhorn make plays and get Al Green involved as well.
Fresh out of the timeout on the court for UNLV, Kamani Hamilton, Al Green, Isaac Williamson, Walter Brown, and Nos Cunningham. And for Rutgers, Francis Davis, Grant, Woolley, and Obole. Full court press here from Rutgers. Kamani Hamilton bringing the ball up, guarded by Woolley, able to get it into the front court. And going to the right baseline, spinning, pump fake, multiple, looking like Kobe Bryant with the pump fakes, almost travels. And the referees call a 3-second violation on Hamilton. He was camping down there too long.
Like I said, if anybody, I assume the Rutgers coaches say, hey, if anybody's going to beat us, it's going to be Kamani Hamilton. And so, yeah, and he's fine with taking those shots because normally he makes them, but just this time he didn't.
Kamani Hamilton leading the way for the Runnin Rebels with 12 points, but so far this half has not been able to come down with anything so far. Three-pointer from Francis, no good. Tipped back out to Woolley, from Woolley to Davis, and a second chance opportunity here for this Rutgers offense. Crossover, driving right side, guarded by Williamson. Kick out, one more pass, Grant for three, no good. Davis with the rebound, but poked out by Williamson. UNLV on the other side.
Great active hands for Williamson. We need him to convert on offense now.
And the floater to heaven drops down over Obole, scoring there to the first points of this half for UNLV. Now down by 3.
Now that you mentioned that one looked like it was above the shot clock. I don't know if he practices those, but hey, I mean, however high you got to make them, Rebels need them.
Williamson only has 4 points, 2 of 8 from the field. 8 seconds on the shot clock for Rutgers. Corner three, Woolley, no good. Rebound, Green.
Would have liked to see Nas with a little more active hands there.
Green driving down low, left side. Will pass it back out. Had the mismatch with Obole. Now Williamson right side, driving, kick out. Corner three, Green. No good off the left side. Ball skipped around. Davis now skips it ahead to Francis, left wing. He's going to drive and kick it out to Davis. Dangerous pass. Able to get it back now on the right wing, guarded by Cunningham. Less than 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Nas has to come up big here. He has to set the pace. We want him in the face of the defender. Hands up, no dumb fouls.
Francis down low, almost loses it to Williamson. Barely gets it out. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Three-pointer, no good, but fouled by Williamson. And we're going to step aside for a quick timeout. When we come back, Rutgers free throws on the other side. Day 4 of the Players Era Championship inside Michelob Ultra Arena. Wyatt, Touchet, Whittaker, Lummus here on Rebel Sports Net. The Runnin Rebels trail by 3, 44-41. They are trailing behind the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. 14-12 remains here in the second half, and Rutgers has come alive so far in the early portion of the half.
I mean, yeah, they're obviously up by 3, going down, trailing in the first half, coming out, obviously making those adjustments, but no points in the last 2 minutes, still up by 3, so not exactly good news for UNLV, because when you have a team at their worst and they're still beating you, it's not a good sign for things to come.
Michael Davis shooting 3 free throws here after fouled on the contested shot from Williamson. He misses the first one this season. He shot 76.2% from the free throw line, the junior from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Makes the second shot there. Heading into this season, he's played 63 games for Rutgers, only 21 starts. And looking to extend the lead here from the free throw line. Third free throw up and good. So 2 of 3 from that trip, and he's going to be subbed out from Lino Marks. Scores currently 46-41, 5-point lead for Rutgers.
Very impressive to keep that shooting form, and the reason I say that is because he added 15 pounds of muscle during the offseason, and so that's just very impressive to not only keep that fluid motion, especially when you add that much weight.
On the court for UNLV, Hamilton, Green, Williamson, Brown, and Cunningham. Williamson driving left side, kick out, Green, one more pass, Cunningham right wing, no good. And a foul called on the ground. It's going to go against Tariq Francis. That's his first personal. And on the court for Rutgers, Francis, Mark, Dortch, Buchanan, and Grant.
Yeah, Francis joins the Scarlet Knights with 2 years of eligibility remaining after a standout career, I believe, at D2 at NJIT.
Hamilton backing down, Dortch, pump fake, fadeaway right hook, fouled on the shot, and he'll be able to get 2 more points here going to the free throw line.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad, but that was almost 3 seconds again, and so I like that he took his time. He didn't have to force a shot. He knew he had the size advantage, and so great patience there from Kamani Hamilton, but Rebels really need points here. These 2 are going to be crucial.
And he misses the first. I could see your reaction from the corner of my eye as he was posting up Dortch, looking like, hurry up, you got 3 seconds. And he got called for one earlier this half. Fortunately, he got fouled there, so they didn't call it. Hamilton from the line today, 3 of 4, now 4 of 5, making that one, splitting that trip, 1 of 2. Now score is 46-42. Rebels trail by 4. 13:35 remains here in the second half. Buchanan on the left wing. Now Dortch at the top, guarded by Hamilton. And at the corner, 3-pointer no good from Francis from the wing. And Hamilton with the rebound. Williamson skips it up ahead to Cunningham. Now back to Hamilton, looking to drive, kick out. Green pulling through, pulls it back. Pump fake, fade away, left side, no good from the paint. Rebound there by Grant.
Strong rebound for Kamani Hamilton. Just can't convert on the offensive side, and I feel like that's been the name of the game for why the Rebels are losing right now. It's just because they're leaving open shooters. They're not chasing down these easy shots, and they're letting the Scarlet Knights get these second chance points, and I'm kind of surprised that given all of that, they're only down by 4.
Green credited with the foul. That's his first personal. He will come out, and so will Walter Brown coming in the game. Dre Gibbs, Longhorn, and Howie Fleming Jr. Tariq Francis also comes out, and Jamichael Davis comes in. Foul down low is Mark, and that's going to go against Williamson, his 4th personal, so he's in deep foul trouble, and Tyron Jones comes to the scorer's table.
We really need him. He's been a crucial part of this Rebels backcourt, and so when you have 4 fouls, yeah, he's a freshman. These things will happen. Hopefully going on to the season, he'll learn. But, I mean, who else are you going to replace him with as Tyron Jones comes in? But, like, Nas Cunningham's just coming back from injury, and then you have Dre Gibbs Longhorn, who can't do the entire the entire workload. So you're going to have to rely more on Nas and Al Green.
Lino Mark, his first trip to the line today, makes the first free throw this season, shooting 75%. He's a true freshman from California, the number 15 player in the state and 15th player at his position, point guard. Makes both free throws there, extending the lead now 48-42, less than 13 minutes to go here in the second half. Fleming Jr. to Gibbs. Lawhorn set the screen by Jones, driving right side. Picks up his dribble on the right, block, fadeaway shot, no good. Rebound Jones, second chance, up and in.
Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, Gibbs is going to have to do pretty much not all of himself, but just a good way to track down the rebound there from the freshman from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Scores 48-44. UNLV trails by 4. 12:20 remains. Buchanan picks up his dribble. Now Mark trying to drive on Cunningham. At the nail, gets it out to Grant, guarded by Jones. Fouled, spinning shot, and he'll go to line to shoot two. That's Tyron Jones' third personal.
And now Tyron Jones is in a little personal foul trouble. And with 12 minutes into this game, and as we mentioned and coaches mentioned, and pretty much I feel like all of Vegas has mentioned at this point, that this team is dealing with a lot of injuries. And so when you have Isaac Williamson with 4 and now Tyron Jones with 3, that puts you in a weird position because you're pretty much playing all your guys that you have available. And so there's not really much to go to if these guys foul out.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate because when you take a look at, especially when we prepare for these games, we take a look at the injury report and it feels exhaustive, but you have to talk about it. Like Jacob Benarbi, again, for the second straight game, not playing. He played against St. Joe's, but re-aggravated his injury, and so now he's not playing the last 2 games here in the Players Era Championship.
Yeah, and then you have Mason Allenton, who thought was going to go against or win against Memphis, just didn't get to play. And during the blowout, we thought he was going to get in, and just an injury we haven't heard of. And so we hope he's okay and hope we see him back on the court soon. Grant
makes both free throws to now put him up to 12 points on the day. Rutgers leads by 6. Hamilton, hook shot, no good from 4 feet out. And Obole takes a nasty spill, hitting the hardwood aggressively. And he's slowly helped up by teammates Mark and Buchanan. And with that, we will step aside here. 11:52 remaining here in the second half. Rutgers lead 50-44 over UNLV. Welcome back here inside the Michelob Ultra Arena. Wyatt, Touchet with Lummus. And we take a look at some of the schedules and scores around UNLV. The Lady Rebels opened up the UNLV Thanksgiving Turkey tip-off yesterday against Creighton and won 76-67. They're set to play Northern Iowa tomorrow at 2:30 local. And taking a look at the Runnin Rebels' upcoming schedule. To open up December on the 7th, they go to Stanford and remain on the road on the 13th at Tennessee State. Their next home game will be the beginning of conference play against Fresno State.
Yeah, I feel like though Tennessee State is technically a home game, I believe it's at least Family Forum out in Henderson, part of the Jack Jones Classic. And so that's going to be a great one. Of course, we'll have coverage from the Jack Jones Classic coming live to you on our socials. Make sure you stay up to date on Rebel Report, UNLV, also on our YouTube. Every week, Thursday, live shows at 1:30 p.m. Catch all of us at Rebel Report. It's a fun time, and you get to learn about all the sports at UNLV.
And when we went out for the break, there was a foul called on Kamani Hamilton on Obole. Obole will shoot 1-on-1, makes it, now ties his career high at 16.
That's crazy. Didn't have a shot against Notre Dame. Not one shot. He's the starting center, and he has a career high in this game. That's just credit to, hey, we're going to flush the next game, on to the next game, and we'll see what happens.
The shot is no good, and a lane violation by Woolley. And so regardless, that free throw does not go in, and it's not going to count. So he has tied his career high at 16. 51-44 Rutgers lead with just under 12 minutes to go on the court for UNLV. Gibbs, Longhorn, Hamilton, Fleming Jr., Jones, and Cunningham. For Rutgers, Davis, Mark, Buchanan Jr., Woolley, and Obole. And 13 seconds on the shot clock. Gibbs, Longhorn on the left wing, guarded by Mark. Driving left side, doubled, kicks it out. Fleming Jr. rips through, driving, kick out one more time. Cunningham, splash!
Although Nott's made that, I feel like I haven't seen like any designed plays in this UNLV offense. It's kind of like, okay, Dre, go, here's the ball, and if you can't get a bucket, then it'll just be a free-for-all, Kamani or Nas, and so I'd like to see a little more formality from this offense.
Cunningham cuts the lead to 4, 51-47 Rutgers lead. Buchanan from the left side answers himself, extends the lead back to 7.
Wow.
Less than 11 minutes to go. Fleming Jr. on the left side, guarded by Mark, looking to drive, gets to the right side, blocked by Obole, and he recovers his block. Good rebound and play there from the defensive Obole.
Yeah, I mean, Hamilton just does that little double clutch thing again, and it allows Obole to just get past the block and just get that hand in there on the ball and set it into the fourth row.
And a personal foul on Hamilton trying to steal the ball from Obole, and that's going to be his third personal. It's been a guy who's been getting in foul trouble a lot this season, and that doesn't help when you're banged up and injured if you're head coach Josh Pastner. Fortunately, he only has 3 personal fouls, but there's 10.5 minutes remaining in this half. A lot of ball game left here if you're Kamani Hamilton.
Yeah, the fouls, I mean, Pastner has talked about this numerous times that they're trying like everything to teach these guys, hey, how to smartly or when to foul, how to foul, and then obviously when to play smart defense. And I just don't think that's gotten through. I mean, we're in deep foul trouble. I mean, Isaac with 4, now Kamani and Tyron with 3, and so I mean, if those two goes out, you think Obole's having a field day right now. Wait till our 2 bigs go out, and he's really going to have one.
UNLV with 18 fouls, almost at the midway mark. Obole splits the free throw trip, and with that one free throw, he now has his career high 17 points on the day. Tackle on a dunk with that, make it 19. And a quick timeout from Pastner. Going to send us to break. Obole with his career high 19 points, giving Rutgers a 10-point lead. 10-14 remains here in the second half. A career day for Emmanuel Obole. 19 points on the day, 15 in the first half, and we're only halfway through the second. He is having a tremendous day so far on Thanksgiving. He's just eating up this UNLV defense and looking magnificent while doing so.
I mean, Rutgers is already in the bonus.
And a second called timeout on the inbound by Walter Brown. Our break previously was called because of a frustration timeout from Passner to try to get this team together. The full court press from Rutgers causes Brown to call a timeout so he doesn't get the 5-second violation, and they burn 2 timeouts here. They have 1 remaining in the last 10 minutes and 14 seconds of the half.
It's just been just arrow after arrow in the body, and so you're at 8 fouls, 10 minutes left in this game. You're trying to crawl your way back, but who's to say that they don't get 2 fouls in the next even 5 minutes? That would be a blessing, and then you're in the double bonus with 5 minutes to remain. And so when you just foul and foul and foul and foul, it's a recipe for the other teams to just keep beating you. And right now it's 57-47, and Rutgers is on a 6-0 run. And so anytime I feel like UNLV has scored, they've just been matched. And whether it's Jones falling asleep in the post or Nas not putting his hands up fast enough on the 3, it's just been bad for this UNLV offense and defense.
At what point, if you're Coach Pastor or one of the Runnin' Rebels even, you take a look at where the state of this team is at. You have so many injuries. You have found yourself time and time again getting in foul trouble that you have to take pride in your craft and say, I have to step up. It's the next man up mentality. And we were up going into the second half. You were up by 6, and now you're down by 10. This swing has been tremendous for Rutgers, but an absolute travesty if you're UNLV.
I mean, but they can't. I mean, they don't have. I'm sure that, hey, if the freshmen were able to play, and they are playing, because we just have. It just goes back to the injuries, and I keep harping on it. But I feel like that's the reason for anything. It's just the injuries, and when you try to play next man up, you just can't if you have so many injuries.
At the halfway mark, Gibbs Longhorn tries to get the foul, unable to do so. Airballs the hook shot. So Rutgers with the ball. Buchanan gives it over to Woolley, driving at the nail, kick out, and a travel called on Woolley before he passed the ball to Buchanan. So a turnover there for Rutgers.
After that, just try to foul call by Gibbs Longhorn. This game has gotten out of hand, and they're only down by 10. But it feels like they're down by a lot more than that because it's just been ugly from the offense so far.
You take a look at one of the leaders of this team, Dre Gibbs Longhorn. Today he's only made 6 points, 3 of 10 from the field, 0 of 3 from behind the arc. So he has struggled today, and he hasn't shot extremely efficiently in the last few games. He did have 25 points against Alabama. 3-pointer there by Brown, no good. Hits Tyron Jones. He does save it, throws it off of Woolley. Great awareness there mentally to know where you're at and where the ball is to keep this possession alive with 20 seconds on the shot clock. But Gibbs has struggled today, and it's shown.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, 3 for 10, and he struggled against Maryland. He struggled against Alabama. So just when you're trying to put the nation on notice, you have to have your best players play their best. And right now he's not playing his best, and so hopefully he can turn it around.
Brown, the inbound pass to Hamilton on the right elbow, guarded by Buchanan. Jumper from the free throw line, no good. Rebound, Obole.
And that makes Kamani Hamilton 4 for 7, and it just seems like those shots had just been, you want them to go in since Gibbs isn't hitting, but they just won't. There must be a lid on the top of the rim because nobody can hit right now.
Buchanan backing out Cunningham, and a foul called after Buchanan hits the deck, and Cunningham grabs the rebound. And they're going to call it on Cunningham. That's his second personal. 9th team foul.
Okay, 9th team foul for 9 minutes left in the game. currently UNLV's offense sits at 18 for 53 and 5 for 19 from the 3 line. And 6 for 9 from the free throw line. And so it's just, it's, as I mentioned, they're only down by 10, but hey, it feels a lot bigger than that. These are two teams, as I mentioned before, trying to find their identity, and right now it's tough sledding.
Both free throws good there. Giving the lead 12-point ahead differential for Rutgers. And a foul on the ground by Buchanan as he was guarding Jones.
And Rutgers only has 5 team fouls, and I feel like that's a normal amount for 8:43 left in the half. And so when you just compare that to a team that fouls so much, it's going to be easy to win the game.
59-47. Trying to save the ball. Bole crashes into the front row there. Fortunately, there are no fans that got injured because no one's sitting there. A bunch of chairs that just fell over.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for those chairs because I feel like we just keep repeating this information, but hey, he is a big dude. That is 260 pounds of straight buffalo, as the Rutgers coach likes to call it.
Coach Peichel likes to say that about Obole, but he also credits him for his great passion and great focus in working out and his dedication to his craft, and has been very successful so far today, bouncing back from a tough game against Notre Dame. Cunningham driving across the lane and fouled. He's going to go to the line and shoot 2. And it's going to go against Grant. That's his second personal.
First trip to the line for Nas Cunningham. He's usually pretty good from here, but I mean, let's see, because the Rebels are only shooting 66% from the line this game. So
Cunningham, an 80% free throw shooter, misses the first one. And it feels like you can see the writing on the wall with the last 8:35 remaining, that the Runnin' Rebels are in a deep hole and they might not be able to get out of it.
It just feels like the same thing from every game. The Rebels start out hot, whether it's Alabama or Chattanooga or UT Martin. They start out hot, and then the endurance factor kicks in. And I think it goes back to, hey, everyone's favorite topic, injuries. Just so many people have been out. You talk about Isaac Williamson, you talk about Tyron Jones, you talk about Nas Cunningham. I mean, I don't think anybody on this team hasn't been out, if I'm going to be honest. Kamani, Dre, I mean, and that's basketball, but it just sucks that you're not at your full potential.
And with that, a timeout there by Rutgers trying to get the inbound in, alleviating a potential 5-second violation. So we're going to step aside here from Michelob Ultra Arena. Rutgers leads 59-48 over UNLV. Thanks for sticking with us here on this Thanksgiving Day in Las Vegas. The Players Era Championship, 4th and final day for both these teams, Rutgers, UNLV. Rutgers leads 59-48, 8:35 remains. And fresh out the timeout on the court for Rutgers, Francis Davis Buchanan Jr., Grant, and Obole. Grant getting the right-handed layup, and on the court for UNLV, Gibbs, Longhorn, Hamilton, Jones, Williamson, and Cunningham.
They designed the play out the timeout break, and it worked to perfection. Obviously, Tyron Jones doesn't want to foul there, so can't do a lot, just has his hands up.
Gibbs, Longhorn, left corner, no good off the back iron. Rebound, Obole, and that's his tied for career high, or season high, this season with 10 rebounds.
Yeah, and that makes Gibbs Longhorn 0 for 4 from 3, and we've just seen him make teams just die by guarding him. Here is just not the case.
Buchanan Jr. missed the layup. Rebound, Obole. That's his 11th. That's his career high. Tied there. Corner 3, no good. Air balled there by Buchanan. Rebound, Gibbs Longhorn in transition. Kick out Cunningham, left corner, or left wing, excuse me, no good. And Obole with his career high 12 rebounds in addition to his career high 19 points.
That makes the Rebels 5 for 20 from the 3, and they're still only down by 13.
Backdoor pass to Grant, fouled on the shot. And we're going to step aside for immediate timeout. Rutgers leads by 13. 7:13 remains here in the second half. A career day for Emmanuel Obole. 19 points, 12 rebounds, both of those a career high for the Nigerian native. The Rutgers Scarlet Knights have outscored the Runnin Rebels 28-9 in the second half when they trailed by 6 going into halftime.
Wow, I think that's all I can chalk it up to, because UNLV has not scored since the 11-minute mark. That's in 4 minutes and 11 seconds. No points on the board. Or, excuse me, I think Nas Cunningham hit a free throw. So they're 0 for their last 6, and I don't think it could get any worse from here, if I'm going to be honest. Because Rutgers is just having themselves a day. Obole just taking advantage of every single mismatch he has, and UNLV is giving it to them.
At the free throw line is Grant. His first free throw's up and good. Today so far he has shot 4 of 5 from the line. He now has 15 points on the day.
You could hear a pin drop in this stadium.
7:13 remains. Rutgers leads 63-48. Grant makes both, so he has 16 on the day. And a full court press from this defense here. On the court for UNLV, Gibbs, Longhorn, Hamilton, Jones, Green, and Williamson. And for Rutgers, Francis, Davis, Grant, Woolley, and Obole.
Seems that nobody was one to pass the ball out.
Lob to Jones. Connects from Gibbs. Longhorn cuts the lead to 13.
And they're still in this game. I mean, there's a lot of clock left, but with 10 team fouls already, the Rutgers are already in the double bonus. So even a non-shooting foul is going to get them to the line. So it's going to be really hard to claw back into this game, but I've seen it done it before.
Going down low to Obole, tipped away from Williamson. Hamilton with the steal. Green looking to pull up, pump fake. Jones to Williamson, left side. Williamson looking down low to Hamilton. He is defended all the way out to the corner. Now has to drive and make up all that ground. Spinning. Kick out stolen by Grant in transition. One-on-one. Under. Foul called on Gibbs. Lawhorn. Looked like he took a breath on him and sneezed. His second personal foul.
Yeah, I think Gibbs was trying to avoid the foul. Lucky that the and one didn't convert, and so it's just so frustrating because now almost everybody's in foul trouble, and I guess you have Walter Brown. You could put in there. He's done some ball handling, but it's gonna give some guys some good reps, especially if someone fouls out at positions they haven't been normally used to.
I mean, still sitting on the bench and available, Walter Brown, Nos Cunningham, Howie Fleming Jr., and Jalen Cunningham. Those two are not related, but just with the same last name. Grant splits the free throws, 1 of 2 there, extends the lead back to 14, and gets the inbound pass from Green to Jones, who brings the ball up and gives it up to Williamson. Just with 6 minutes to go here, UNLV trails by 14. Gibbs Longhorn floater off the glass and in on the right side.
And an interesting thing, like I'm noticing, is that once Gibbs goes to his right, they're clogging that paint, and so they're like, hey, we want you to beat us with your threes. They know that UNLV's 5 for 20 in the free throw or at the 3, and so they're like, hey, if you're going to beat us, you're going to beat us by the 3, and that's just not something UNLV's willing to do.
Bully posting up on Kamani Hamilton, just bull rushing him out the way. Kamani trying to hold his ground, but unable to, and fouls him in the process, and that's his 4th personal.
Wow.
So Bully on the day, heading to the free throw line, is 5 of 9. He'll shoot his 10th and 11th free throws here with 5:44 remaining in the second half.
Yeah, you just can't foul. You just can't foul in that situation. Now they're up to, I mean, it doesn't really matter now, but I think that's 11 team fouls there. Rutgers is already in the double bonus, so like I mentioned, it's going to be very hard to claw back in this game, especially because you dug yourself a mountain-sized hole with all these fouls, and so not surprised if they come back, but
Obole makes the first free throw. Referee blows the whistle. Technical foul called. Waiting to see who they called on, potentially Kamani Hamilton or Tyron Jones. Those are the two he pointed at down low. And Buchanan will check in for Woolley. We're still waiting to see who the technical call. And so Obole will shoot his second free throw now after that delay. Shot is up and rattles in. Obole, career high, 21 points, 12 rebounds, double-double on the day. And they lead by 14.
Gibbs Longhorn just picked up a technical, but it's a double technical, so no free throws will be shot. But that's Gibbs Longhorn's 3rd personal foul.
Williamson almost travels, loses the ball, stolen by Davis, and they say it's a kick ball on the far side. And the Rutgers bench erupts in frustration and in confusion.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at this firstly, it doesn't look like he's traveling, but he just loses the ball and it goes off the foot of a Rutgers player, and so it's a break for UNLV, but probably a little too late.
Well, when Williamson rips through, it does make contact with the defender's leg, but that would not constitute a kickball foul. And so it stays here with UNLV. They trail by 14, 5:24 remains in the second half. And a foul called on Francis. That's his 2nd personal. That's the team's 8th. So a 1-and-1 here will come for UNLV. Going to line is Williamson for his first trip today.
So he also went to Coronado with him and Mason, but he did not overlap. Good efficiency, particularly from the 3-point and from the free throw range. And so this guy has a bright future ahead of him, especially because he's a freshman.
Williamson shoots 64% on the season from the free throw line. Makes the first and the second, cutting the lead now to 12. In the game for Rutgers, Francis, Davis, Buchanan Jr., Grant, Obole. On the court for UNLV, Gibbs, Longhorn, Hamilton, Jones, Green, and Williamson. The trap at half court. Davis gets it to Francis at the top of the key. and sets up this offense here with 14 seconds on the shot clock. Buchanan on the left wing, 10 seconds to operate. Gets it down low. Obole, blocked from behind from Jones. Heading into this game, if you're now just joining us, he is 25th nationally in blocks. He has 3 here today.
Yeah, I mean, great defense from Tyron Jones there, playing with a couple fouls. I mean, they know what Bole's been having a game, so great pursuit.
Buchanan with the N1 gets the shot off with 5 seconds on the shot clock. A bailout play there from Al Green. And Buchanan with an opportunity for the N1.
That was straight magic right there. Just turn around, put it in with one hand. Now he's going to go to the line for another one. It's just been bad misstep after bad misstep for the Rebels. A taste of their own medicine. Rutgers been full court pressing the Rebels all game.
Davis able to break it himself, dribbling his way forward. And now Francis at the logo with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Less than 4 minutes to go here. 68-58, three-pointer. Fouled and one! Buchanan fouled by Hamilton, who has just fouled out with 5. What a play there by Buchanan to nail that 3 straight on. And a timeout. Rutgers leads 71-58, 3:48 remains here from Michelob Ultra Arena. A 4-point play potentially for Rutgers by the hand of Buchanan. Nails a 3 in Hamilton's face, fouled on the shot. Hamilton fouls out with 5. And on the day, UNLV has only shot 13 free throws. Rutgers is set to shoot their 32nd here in just a moment, Whit.
Yeah, I mean, I think the people are probably outraged. They're like, hey, we got a new coach. It's a new era. And then you start off 3-5, struggling. Of course, it's versus high-caliber teams like Maryland, Memphis, and then obviously UT Martin, Montana were supposed to be gimme games, but it's just it's I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to say anymore because it's the free throws, it's the injuries, it's the rebounds, it's everything. Honestly, this team is lacking on a lot of steps to be a good basketball team. And of course it's year 1, and of course there's gonna be struggles, but I don't know if they're supposed to be this bad.
Buchanan converts the 4-point play, so Rutgers leads 72-58. 3:30 remains here in the second half. Green driving baseline over Obole and makes it count.
Looks like he got a little of an arm there. Didn't call the foul, so we will play on here as UNLV is full court pressing as normal.
They're able to break it. Davis over to Francis, and he's going to hold on to the ball and drain as much clock as he can. 17 on the shot clock here. On the court for UNLV, Gibbs, Longhorn, Jones, Green, Williamson, and Brown. Buchanan with the slam. A wide open lane on the right side to get his 13th point of the game. Well, and that is just showing you what has happened all day long for Rutgers. Jones with his own answer cuts the lead back to 12. But, man, Rutgers has had their way in this second half.
Well, Tyron's just sitting there in that low block, and he tries to swipe down to that ball, but he doesn't want to foul out of this game, trying to still believes they could come back, and so trying to stay in this game because he knows that the Scarlet and Gray need him.
On the court for Rutgers, Francis, Davis, Buchanan, Jr., Grant, and Obole. Corner three, up. No good, just short from Grant. Rebound there by Jones. 2 minutes and 12 seconds remain. Williamson on the right side, looking to get a quick bucket here to bring it within 10. Gibbs, Longhorn loses the ball on the ground. Francis got it, gives it up to Davis. And less than 2 minutes to go, Rutgers with a 12-point commanding lead.
Great poke there on defense. I mean, they know Gibbs Longhorn's trying to get as many points as obviously he can. I mean, he's the engine of this offense, and when you shut him down this hard, it's going to be hard. It's going to be easy for you to win.
Buchanan blows by Williamson, gets the reverse on the left side, and Rutgers with 76 points on the day.
24 for 61 is what UNLV is today, and just not to the par. I mean, that seems good. I mean, they're shooting 39%, but when you allow 15 fouls on the other team just in the second half, it's like, what are you supposed to do with that? Yeah, you have a good offense, you have a bunch of dogs on your team, but when you keep fouling, keep giving these teams the easiest shot in basketball, it's no wonder that you're losing almost every game.
Tyron Jones with the N1 misses the free throw, shooting less than 50% on the season. Dre Gibbs, Longhorn, would hate to point out, but he was shaking up his right arm at that free throw line at 10-4 Jones. Hopefully he's okay. Cunningham tries to save the ball, but the referee nearby says he stepped out of bounds, so stay here with Rutgers. But going back to Dre, who's grabbing his right forearm and don't want to lead too much into it, but if that's indicative of anything we've seen all season, another banged up injury that potentially could hurt UNLV even more so than where they're already at.
I mean, oh my, it's just all you could do is just smile and just go on with your day because you're used to it at this point. I mean, all the injuries are like, hey, what's another one, right?
Less than 1 minute to go here. Foul by Dre. Longhorn gives him a little hip action there. That's his fourth personal. Score is 76-64, 55.2 seconds remain. And because Rutgers is in double bonus, Tariq Francis will go to the line for the first time today this season. He has shot a almost perfect 95.5%, 21 of 22, and he makes the free throw here.
I believe they were at the double bonus mark at like 9 minutes. So it's just when you give the team a double bonus at 9 minutes to go, I mean, do you really expect to win with that? It's going to be hard. You could definitely do it, and I definitely think they have the shooters on this team to do so, but it just wasn't their day.
Emmanuel Obole checks out for the final time today. Career high 21 points and career high 13 rebounds in this dominant win from Rutgers. Ball poked, but foul on Buchanan guarding Jones there.
17 fouls is what UNLV has, and Rutgers has 11. And so I've said it enough today. And so 34 seconds left. This game was, in my opinion, way further than the score suggested. I feel at about 8 or 9 minutes left in the second half, we thought, hey, this game might not be going UNLV's way. And so proves right. I mean, they only are down by 13, so and thanks to a late effort by I think they went for 5 for 5, and so in that stretch, and so just a late effort, a little too little too late.
Well, as the final dying seconds come off the clock, foul there by Al Green. I don't know why you would foul down by 13. But with that being said, today is Thanksgiving, and before we get off the air, Whit, the old conventional in grade school, what are you thankful for? Let's take a look at some of the things you are thankful for this year on this Thanksgiving Day.
I think I'm thankful for my family. They've done everything for me, so thankful for them. I'm thankful for my girlfriend. I mean, wouldn't be without her. She supports me so much, and I'm thankful for my friends, my roommates. They're awesome. Couldn't ask for better. I mean, my friends actually going up to my hometown for a little rivalry game this week. Catch Wyatt and Johnny on the call for UNR versus UNLV, the battle for the Fremont Cannon. So that will be fun. I'll be there as a fan. Grew up in Arena, so thankful for them. But Wyatt, what are you thankful for?
Definitely thankful for my family, mom and dad, Jordan, Catrice, grandparents, and all the friends that showed me love and support through this entire year. Very grateful for that. Grateful for Rebel Sportsnet, Kevin E. Martin, and everybody involved, Jack Bridges, Triana, RT. There's a lot of people that are involved in all this, and they're the thing that keeps this thing going. And this game has gone. Rutgers wins 80-65. A career day double-double for Emmanuel Ogbole. 21 points, 13 rebounds, shot 7 of 12 from the field, 7 of 11 from the free throw line. I mean, I know he is very thankful for today, and so is Rutgers for his performance as well.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. UNLV just did not show up today. I mean, and Pastor said time and time again that, hey, we're hoping for, I believe it's December 12th for Mountain West play against Fresno State, I believe.
December 20th.
December 20th, excuse me, against Fresno State. So hopefully everyone will be back. But right now, this is just a team where they came in. You were favored by, I think it was 4.5. And, of course, that doesn't mean anything in the eyes of the NCAA or in the eyes of the locker room. But it means that, hey, that we believe, or the nation believes that you're a better team, and they just didn't prove it today. And they're going to have to fight. And the schedule's not going to get any easier because you're going on the road to Stanford. Just had an NBA pick in the I believe in the lottery not in the lottery, excuse me. Maxime Reynaud, great player, winning the draft, and so wouldn't be surprised if they got another one brewing there in Stanford.
UNLV falls 3-5 for a final score, 80-65. Rutgers win over the Runnin Rebels on the final day of the Players Era Championship. Special thank you to Program Director Kevin E. Martin for getting this show on the air. And all of you at home from here at Rebel Sportsnet, everyone, Wyatt, Touchet, Whittaker, Lummus, thank you so much for tuning in. Have a happy holidays. Happy Thanksgiving. Have a good one. See you later, folks.